I know in your opinion, we wouldn't consider Mega Man dead right now, considering the gap between Mega Man 10 and 11. But, like, the thing is that I'd call it, yes, it was dead, but then it got a revival. That doesn't stop it from being considered, by all intents and purposes, dead.
True, some people, sometimes a game kind of a last hurrah and then the company moves on. But I don't know, that's not the vibe I got.
I mean, considering they're still doing Mega Man stuff with the collection and X-Dive, it's like, okay, but it's weird because you think, okay, if they're doing another classic Mega Man game, then other than making the plot not stupidly ridiculous, they'd just, it's very easy to do, functionally. Now, if they were making Legends 3, or ZX3, or for some reason X9, even though I guess X8 did leave on somewhat of a cliffhanger. But the point is, that would obviously take more time because they're like, okay, what works versus what do the fans want? Because if you think about it, Mega Man 11 was like an upgrade from Mega Man 8 in reality, because 9 and 10 just like will harken back to the classic series. Really, the thing with new innovations would be 8. Would be 8 going up. So like, you wonder, because they obviously can't just do double gear again because it's a gimmick in and of itself. But the thing is that it's still not hard. It's still not hard to do, like, even to just release a trailer of something. If you think about it, it's like not even it's when we got the thing, we got Blockman stage first and foremost. And that in and of itself was fine. But it was just a little, it was just like a little bit, if anything, it barely showed the double gear. And it was more like, whoa, what's this new thing that's going on? And then we had that for a while, and it was there, Mega Man 11, hype, that's it. I guess we all know the issue with showing trailers way too early. But, like, it's weird that they're just super silent after having such a good run with 11. Well, thinking about it, I actually don't know how well it did commercially. I never actually checked on that. But it's gotta be good enough, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's really about the serious hype translating to sales. Which,
dude,
well,
if it was a sequel to the other stuff and not just Mega Man 12, then I can bet you so many people will be invested. Like, not even just from the fact that the wanting to see the stories continue, just the fact that it's happening. Because we're gonna be honest, well, let me be honest, not a lot of people played X8, they just want more X. Not a lot of people played ZX or even ZX Advent until recently with the Zero collection. It's just the story left on such a big cliffhanger that's like, those who did were like, oh, come on. Legends 3, to be honest, what's weird is that I've barely ever heard anyone talk about Legends 2. They just say they want Legends 3, and again, cliffhanger, but like, no one really talks about it. Legends 2 at least. Not story, not character stuff. It's weird.
That is interesting. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can compare that to, but I can't read it right now.
The thing is that, like, among everything, I consider Legends to a downgrade in a lot of aspects from Legends 1. Well, okay. I'd say that the story and the handling of the characters is a downgrade. I'd say the whole thing about going to different islands with different dungeons is fine, but Nino Island is just such a terrible decision. And I think there was one other thing that really didn't jive well with me, but it's been such a long time that I don't remember. But meanwhile, Legends, the main problem with Legends is that the dungeons looked samey. And I guess they did fix that later, but still, that was like one of the only problems. And everyone talks about that game. Granted, I guess part of the reason for that is because it was available on both PlayStation and N64. While 2 was just PlayStation 2.
Oh, so the games are that old? I didn't know that. It's funny. People say they want a Pikmin 4, but Pikmin fans talk about Pikmin 3. Like, Pikmin fans talk about the Pikmin games. Wait, that's not an example.
Yeah. I mean, at least they've got Hey Pikmin.
I was gonna say, at least they got whatever the Pikmin mobile game is, which they're apparently playing a lot.
I mean, if that was enough, we could say Rayman's still not dead then, considering Rayman Adventures for the mobile.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how the fan base takes to it. So, there seems to be a slight meme about Pikmin fans going insane while they wait for new content. That's just.
Why wouldn't there be a meme about them going insane? That might as well be true.
The Pikmin subreddit, it's just like. Well, I've never been there, but there's people posting about the Pikmin subreddit and just going, yeah, look at what the wait has done to these guys.
Imagine, well, the Metroid Prime fans specifically were still nothing. It's almost hilarious how if it weren't so sad.
Actually, I have to wonder who, because it's true that a lot of people say that there are a lot of Nintendo fans who they say, woe is me, look at this long wait, and they're being absolutely fed. Zelda fans who complain about the wait that's nonsense. Zelda gets content literally every single year. And sure, that makes sense. But I would say at this point, even Metroid fans complaining about the wait are being silly now because they got Samus Returns and Metroid Dread.
Yeah.
So
the thing is that I'm like the thing is in the court of there probably are some people who only just like deal with the franchise with Prime, but I'm like thinking it's like that should be rare, I guess. So
it's a 3D Zelda fan who doesn't care about 2D games. That's your fault. That's not franchise's fault.
It's still, man. Persefia Gaming did it again, by the way, with Kirby, because he just can't stop. Can't just decide, hey, let me not do this for the good of all involved, and just ruin people's days. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anything from that channel in so long.
The thing is that, of course, I averted my eyes, but I have some idea of what the true final boss or the final arena boss might be, thanks to him. Did we actually confirm if it's him, by the way? I'm realizing I don't know.
Confirm what?
That Persefia is a guy.
I have no idea. Like I said, I haven't tried to read it so long that it doesn't ever cease. So that's fortunate.
Well, I don't know when. Oh my gosh! Can I stop missing this guy? Anyways, I was saying I don't know when I could possibly get Forgotten Land, especially since I haven't been working with Star Allies yet. So
You can just skip it and go back to it.
yeah. Yeah, hopefully this isn't a Kirby game that's like, yeah, this is functionally a sequel in terms of story. Seriously, how many shots have I missed Sting Chameleon with? This is nuts. He just happens to always turn invisible just in time, and to jump over my stuff just in time. Was he that annoying in the PSP thing? I don't think so. Maybe because he was a bigger target? I don't know. It just feels like we've been here forever. And I had to use a sub-tank for him. Granted, I don't remember if I came in with full health or not, but still. Just die already, thank you. At least he doesn't have the annoying sounds that he has in the PSP version. Because any prolonged fight with him would just get on the nerves. Not as much as any of the bosses from X7 though. Because you just have to look at that and say, there's no way they did this right. As in, there's no way they looked at it and thought it was okay. It was like the last few days, they're like, okay, how's the programming for this? It's not good, sir. Dang it, we don't have time to fix this. We need to work on shipping them out. They're just some things where you look at and you're like, yeah, no sane person would think that this is a good idea.
Yeah. You're going to have to cut out a lot of my recording. I'm not speaking while other people are talking, but there's a lot of talking around now that I can't control.
I'm aware. I'm the one doing all the work here, so it's fine. That being said, I wonder. Oh my God! What's that? Look how long that thing is.
He's extra secret police.
Jeez. The thing is that I would rather at least, in terms of games at least, I would be one of those guys who would rather see a trailer early, just so they can say, yes, it is alive and well, we are doing this, or at least some creator confirming thing. Like, I get other people, we might get into another Metroid Prime 4 situation, but I guess I'm not as bothered because I have other games to deal with, and I'm fine with that.
I'm sure about that because I'm currently losing my mind waiting for No Man's Sky information after the Nintendo Switch thing. It's just like, good grief, this summer and now I'm just waiting. I wish I didn't find out so early.
Well, maybe I am underestimating it. It's just thinking, what was the game that I just had in mind where I'm alright, Digimon Survive and the next Digimon story. Just, we Digimon fans are incredibly patient. And now we have to be patient again because of the toy hacking, meaning that I've gone weeks without watching Digimon Ghost Game, and I don't have my fix because of it. I want my Ghost Game, dang it!
That's the thing where they're on the flip side of fan bases that are complaining about lack of content while I get stuff all the time. There's the fan bases that are seemingly incredibly patient with just waiting. It's like Chibi-Robo fans, that's nonsense. Advance Wars fans, those guys, they waited like 12 years.
And then it got delayed because of Real World.
Which apparently is not the first time the game released in Japan. You saw it?
Yeah, I saw the original release date. I'm like, okay, this is very interesting. And the thing is that some people, well, I'm not gonna go into specifics, but it has been argued, just like why, considering it's cartoony, And I would be inclined to agree if it weren't for the heavy implications for the evil side in that game.
The thing, it's the wars are a bit too advanced.
Well, okay then. I guess that literally is the best thing you could have said. Oh my gosh, that was so stupid.
I feel like I've seen this already.
Of course we have. Did you remember, this didn't work in the PSP version, but it does work in this version. It's just that I'm failing. And I'm almost out of ammo. Wait, won't I just... Okay, I was like, won't I just get tripped up again? Okay, there we go. That is a very...
It's very convenient that you just did it on the last time you got last chance.
Absolutely, or else we'd have farming to do for energy, which I may or may not cut out. Because I've been noticing recently, I haven't been the best at cutting out stuff. I'm not quite sure how things are escaping my eye so easily now. I used to be pretty diligent on that. But either way, we're not going to have another armored armadillo situation. I think.
What happened then again? That sounds familiar.
Where not only did the boss take really long to beat Buster only because of his shield, but like on this, I think the second attempt or so, I died as he died. So I had to do it all over again. And that was after an incredibly stupid platforming section that I died at multiple times over, which just sends me back through an entire cart section just to get back to that section. And I just have to look at that like, was I half asleep? Was I on my last legs when I was editing this? Because that was just an atrocious idea to just leave all of that in. It must have been like, if not, it must have been something where like I might have like was it Control Z, and just like brought back something I cut out by accident, and just pressed render without triple checking.
Yeah, sometimes things split. Sometimes things slip through the cracks.
I honestly forget even how long that part was. Like, did that thing make it over to... Is this just... Okay, is this just the part of missing? This is the theme of the part? I am getting really sick of just even seeing this. You just imagine how tired I must be playing it. Just the two bosses that can phase out of existence back to back.
It was kind of clutch, kind of.
Yeah, but at least it was still simple enough that it was no Sting Chameleon. He stays invisible for too long and then climbs up to the edge of the wall, and the tongue lash attack comes out really fast. I can definitely at least predict Boomer Kawiner. So he's never been a threat. Though on paper you're just like, oh, this boss teleports around and attacks super fast and has a boost. Like on paper he'd be threatening. Practice, nah.